Now, if you've seen some of my other videos on tufting in general, you know that I have I had, RIP, my big 6x6 tufting frame, and I had a smaller one. It's like a 3x4. I don't really use that one that much just because it's like 3x4. It's just weird. But I had those two, and I just moved recently. As you can see, it's a new environment. But in the move, my big frame, RIP, like I said, it didn't make it. It didn't survive the transport. So, and I could have had this built like a long time ago, but life is lifing right now. Life is getting in the way right now. But this weekend, I have a free weekend. I got all my wood together. And I got you guys. I got my camera all good to go. So I just wanted to take you guys, from me being back to square one, take you guys along with me so we can get back to square B, I guess. I don't know. Would that be square? Well, I don't know. I get a lot of questions anyway about how do you do this or how do you do that? And this is one of those how-to things. So I figure I kill 1,000 birds with one stone. So it's very easy. So, okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Even though this is like my third or fourth time doing this, using the saw is always my favorite part of building a new frame, just because it makes me feel handy and all that stuff. So, and my dad's just giving me the rundown, refreshing me on how to use it and all that good stuff.
How was that?
It was good.
That's a scrap. Toss that over here.
So this is a rough sketch of what my frame is going to look like by the time that we're done. It's pretty much identical to my other one, which was 6x6. Except this time it's just going to be 7x7, so a foot bigger all around. So first things first is we're just going to cut out 4 different pieces at 7 feet and align them so that they make a nice rectangle. You want to take your time with this part just because if the measurements are off, then you're going to probably have to go back and get new wood, or it's going to be leaning and rocking, and we don't want that, so take your time. You think this is good?
I do.
Yeah, I think this is good. As far as size.
You hold, I hold. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
One more time.
Alright, so now that we've cut out all the pieces that we need, all we need to do is just join them together. All you need is a power drill and some nails. So yeah. Overall, I didn't really get as much footage as I would have wanted for this part, but it is a pretty redundant process of just joining them together, screwing it in, all that good stuff. So yeah, it's fairly simple. And once they're all joined together, I just like to take this extra step of adding L brackets to the back of my frames. This is a 100% completely optional step. I just like to do it because of peace of mind purposes, but it is not necessary. Alright, and the last but most important part of this step is putting the feet on to support the frame itself. Unfortunately, my camera died at this part, but I figured I'd make you guys a nice illustration just to kind of give a visual of how I put it together. So I ended up going for like a kind of a T shape, and then I just cut a small piece, both 45 degrees on both ends, to, you know, kind of support it and hold it up a little bit more. So yeah, it's super simple. Just 3 cut pieces and screw it in, and you're all good to go. Alright, and for the last and final part, we are installing the tack strips. All you need for this part is the tack strips themselves. I would get about 2 to 3 packs and a hammer. You can usually find these at any hardware store, you know, like your Lowe's or the Home Depot, stuff like that. So you see how the nails are facing slightly outwards? You just want to make sure that that part is facing towards the outside of the frame. That way it can properly stretch. And then there's obviously the little nails in there throughout each one that you can just hammer in. Yeah, and it's fairly simple.
Stuck on that? Yeah. Go get the ladder.
As far as the strips that didn't fit all the way on the frame, I just measured out where I wanted to cut it at and just used a handsaw to cut it out. So yeah, just thought I'd throw that in there.
If he get that done though, his business cards will make more sense because people polished. My site live. I'm about to go live on my site.
Alright, and that concludes how I built my frame. So yeah, it was my intention that you all learned something from this video, or maybe you're even going to take this and make your own frame. But yeah, stay tuned for my next video where I will actually be putting my frame to work. I do kind of get into a little bit of a sentimental mode, which I know might not be for some people, but you know, if you've been down and out of your craft for a while, you're just trying to get back into it, you know, all those different things. I think it's a cool video you should check out. So yeah. With that being said, I don't really got nothing else to say. So I will talk to you all later. Bye.